Before we get into today's conversation, we want to make something clear. This podcast is for informational entertainment purposes only. We are not doctors, therapists, or licensed medical professionals, and we are not promoting or encouraging the use of any illegal substances. We're just two people having an honest discussion about life, culture, and experiences. If you're dealing with substance use or mental health issues, please seek guidance from a qualified healthcare provider. Always do your own research and make safe, informed choices. Hey, welcome to Non-Perishable Goods Podcast. I'm Stacy.
Bishop,
Hey, hey. And we are so excited that you are here today. Thank you
I'm
for
a
tuning
little
in.
excited.
Yes, that's good. That is good for Bishop. So yeah.
So yeah, today's topic, self-destruction. It really is a rap audience that's bugging. No, but this topic is gonna be a crazy one. But I want to ask Stacy though, have you ever done psychedelics?
I have not. I am a super duper square,
Square
believe it or not.
L7?
Yeah, I've never done them. But preparing for this show, I may have a change of heart.
Uh-oh.
Seriously.
Uh-oh.
Have you done psychedelics?
Well, I don't think so. What's a psychedelic? What's considered psychedelic?
Okay, so I'm feeling like something that help well, not necessarily, it doesn't you don't hallucinate. Well, maybe a hallucinative, but it's so LSD, um
No.
what is it? I say it wrong. Psilocybin, which is the magic mushrooms.
Okay, yes.
Have you done them recently or a long time ago?
Both.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, of course, mushrooms have been around forever, but it's like having a resurgence right now. Like, I almost feel like more people, maybe our age, are doing mushrooms over smoking marijuana. Have you
Well,
noticed that?
mm, I've not over smoking, but I've seen like people who smoke are now also doing like microdosing mushrooms, but
Yeah.
just microdosing, not like stems and caps and stuff. It's now it's like candy and whatever.
Right, the chocolate
Yeah, because that's what I have.
mushroom or whatever.
Allegedly, that's what I have.
Wait, so how much do you know how many milligrams are in, like, is it like a square of chocolate?
Yeah, it looks like
Is that
a
how it is?
Hershey. To me, like a Hershey, but I don't. I know like one isn't crazy. Two I can get a little lit, and three is like blazing crazy. But like one is fine, like one a day or whatever, allegedly.
Right. But I mean, allegedly, theoretically speaking or whatever. How
My
how
hypothesis of the effects.
how does it feel? Like, what is
Well,
it like? Is it
D'Angelo,
like smoking? Is it like getting high, like smoking weed?
well, D'Angelo, it's not like that. It's more it's more like a light pulse around your body. So like you get lightheaded, but it's a good lightheaded. That's just one. And then you take two, and then you feel
Heavy-headed.
heavy, more lighter and fluffy,
Like you're
and
floating like a
you
fairy.
just feel good. You're in a good spot. Like for me, like I want to start writing. I write. I start drawing. I watch a movie. One time I was hot. Allegedly, I was eating two. I ate two squares. I watched this one movie. Fuck, I forgot what it was, but it was a trip because the movie was a trip and I was on a trip, so I just went on a trip.
So did it like open up new thoughts for you or like a new revelation? Did you have like epiphanies? Did you have visions? Like, what did it do for you?
No visions, just felt good, just like in a good space.
Like, so you emotionally felt good, or
Hmm.
or was it like a physical?
Both.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I guess that's kind of what the MDMA does. You feel good,
yeah. That's my favorite.
the Molly.
Yeah, like that when I was on that, allegedly, that's like the best drug I've ever had.
Real. Well, I mean, that's what a lot of people say. I have not done that as well. I haven't tried anything because I mean, they would always have us like just the research that was out, I guess, in the 90s. Because that's when I feel like a lot of people that I knew were doing like LSD, acid, mushrooms, stuff like that. Um, they basically made it sound like you would go crazy and like there was a lot of, fear mongering around it. And me being, super square like that, I never wanted to take anything that enhanced my or messed with my mind. That's how I understood it, that it would mess with your mind.
It does mess with your mind, but you always get your mind back.
Right. But what, with the new like research, because they're doing a lot of clinical studies and research right now that's coming out like by John Hopkins University and UCSF and like some major research accredited research centers. And it's like they're finding out that it's very helpful for people that have mental illness.
For depression,
Yeah.
ketamine's being used now for certain things. Yeah, I mean, if mushrooms is legal in Colorado,
Yeah,
and
and
then
organ.
and marijuana is being legal more in the different states.
Right, but that's the thing that is kind of tripping me out. It's like as things progress and evolve and research comes out, they're now like finding out these things are helpful to our existence,
Yeah,
you
yeah, because
know?
weed and mushrooms microdosed and given at a minimal uh, intake, I guess, can cure, not cure, but like subside your suicide, your depression, it's like it's not a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Weed can distract you and create hunger and make you eat more, talk more, vibe out more, think about other things. Like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those things I think for medicinal use. Like, I mean, as far as marijuana, I used to really be into it for recreational purposes, but now I don't smoke at all, really. But if I have a headache, if I feel nauseous, that I can't, get rid of by eating or drinking water, I'll take a little tote and it'll be gone because I don't trust pain pills, pain medicine, because there are side effects to those as well, like the man-made pain medicines and such. So,
Yeah, a lot of older people I know, 50, 60, they do marijuana for pain relief,
yeah.
like body pain.
Yeah, like it helps. Like it really it does help. And I mean with everything there are side effects, And that's personally why I don't do smoke all the time anymore because as I got older, it makes me lag. It does inhibit your memory, your short-term memory. And, with podcasting and having wanting to use my brain, like I don't want to mess with my memory. So that's why
Yeah,
I personally don't smoke anymore. And the eating and the it makes me lethargic.
yeah.
But
I always use weed for ciphers and stuff. Like always building with my friends. Like pass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been a building mechanism.
Yeah. And I mean, it is a social thing. It's communal. It's also, like it's especially in those environments, like it does elevate your thought and it like clears it clears your brain. What do they call it? Neural pathways. And that's kind of how psychedelics work. It like clears your pathway so that your like looped thoughts and reoccurring thoughts and just like it allows you to, I guess it's really interesting. It allows you to like get away from your ego, yourself, and you can like create new, like a
It
block.
opens,
Basically blockages are relieved,
yeah, it opens
released.
you up. It's like a bridge, like a dam that opens up, like all this
Yeah.
water flows out. That's what I want to do. My next plan is to do ayahuasca allegedly.
Mm.
But I am kind of scared because I heard, everybody's different. Your spirit animal and when you wake up, and some people boo boo and some people throw up. But I'm kind of worried that my path will be like, because somebody said their story was they did it, and they when they got off of it after the trip, they just like stopped working, sold all their stuff, and went to Spain or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's probably
Because
me. I do ayahuasca, come out and not talk to nobody and just become a monk.
wait, it's supposed to make you better. Nah. But that's the thing.
I was
Like,
saying like it'll take me to a different like thought pattern,
right.
a thought pathway, and I'm just like, man, like this has been in my subconscious for the longest. I do ayahuasca that takes that subconscious thought to the forefront, and now like I'm just gonna like follow the path of the fox that told
Right.
me to do this or some shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And that's the way I understand it. It's like whenever you do these different psychedelics, it creates a new pathway, but you also need guidance. Like, or I guess the safe way to do it. Because I know a lot of people are out here just microdosing and doing whatever. But like, I don't know. Like, if I were to ever do it, I would want to be with people or with people that I trust, maybe
Oh,
like
I was about to say, when you do, what do you mean? Which one? Ayahuasca?
any of that. But
Oh,
I don't really want to do ayahuasca. That seems really heavy. Like just from the stories I've seen in like that series that they had on I think Netflix, it's heavy. But I know one person who did do it and they loved it. Like it totally connected new things for them, helped them look at themselves,
yeah.
got them on a new path, and just had a new insight about life or was able to like forgive people. But it's like it's real, it sounds like whatever's in you, it will come out, you
It's kind
know?
of like all your prohibition, not your inhibitions that you were scared to do or say. It's like they just deplete them because it's like your thought that ayahuasca is like telling you that it's going to be okay, even if the outcome is bad for both parties or you or whatever. Like it's just saying, get do this, so it'll be like relief after this trip. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But enjoy the trip, and then after take care of life business.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I think the thing is with all this stuff, vaccines, man-made drugs, whatever, it depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, you could have a bad trip or you could have a good trip.
Yeah, I've heard more good trips than bad trips.
Yeah. And that's why I think they are now finally realizing through all the clinical trials that they're having is that I guess that's why we're even having the show today, is because our government and its bipartisan support are allowing us to use psychedelics for healing in a medicinal sense or a medicinal setting. And like you said, it's already happening in Oregon and Colorado, but they're gonna, I think they're like RFK, Robert Kennedy Jr., he's a big factor in this, of course. Like he's wanting this to happen. Um,
Yeah,
but it's
it's good.
helping people who can't get over their, mental illnesses. And it sounds like it's PTSD, depression, anxiety, even helps people that are like have substance abuse issues.
Like cocaine, like the
Well, they were
hard,
saying
the
alcohol
chemical
and
drugs.
yeah, well, they were saying like alcohol and tobacco that it could help
Oh,
people get over those, you know?
yeah,
And and the other thing is like psychedelics, they're not addictive, you know?
yeah, they're just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album, they were like lit off of their brains, and that album is like on some. I mean, that album is really fun to listen to on stuff on psychedelics. We anything like if you use whatever you got, mushrooms, ayahuasca, not ayahuasca, maybe. Well, yeah, anything that'll enhance your brain and open up your headspace. Like listen to that album. Like
Right.
the lyrics are out of here.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still think that the way that they're approaching it now is having, or it's going to be in a medical setting. Like if they do legalize it, because I guess it's decriminalized in a lot of states. So like if you have these things, you won't, go to jail for it. But maybe LSD because it's still a Schedule One drug. But um you won't, they won't, you won't get in trouble for it, but they want you to be in under, a therapist so that you can be guided and so that you could like for me, I just think there's like better ways to do it instead of just like, oh, I have, some mushrooms from whoever and I'm gonna just pop the caps and the everything or whatever. Like I think that people should go about it with somebody who could guide them through it. And there's therapists for that. There's, shamans or whatever. There's like, because like some of the things that people experience could be very heavy and they don't know how to deal with it. But if you have somebody to like guide you through it, because some of the trips they were saying are like 8 hours long and it could have lasting effects. So if you have somebody with you who's like can understand what you're going through and help you like coach through it, I think that would be a more like healthy, responsible way to go about it.
Yeah, I agree with that because one time I was on some substance, a substance allegedly, and I wanted to do certain things, and I don't know by the grace of the universe or whatever, like I just stayed in my bed and curled up into like a little ball and kept myself there.
Mm,
But I wanted to like
do all
get
kinds of stuff.
bucket naked and go outside and just have a ball. But
Yeah. And so
and I
that's
could feel
why,
it. It's like it was like a real struggle.
hmm. See, and supposedly from what I understand is like people
Allegedly.
people who specialize in this, they could help you go through it because a lot of this is, I mean, supposed to be for healing. And us humans, we use things out of moderation and we use it to just like, to have fun. But I just don't think everybody is as responsible as you are, my friend. And they could hurt themselves or, because there are some cases where people have like self-harmed or, jumped off buildings or whatever. Because like, especially if you get something off the streets or from a random at a rave or a party or whatever, you don't know what the dosage is. And it sounds like there's all kinds of mushrooms and even the like ayahuasca and all that stuff. Like you don't know how much people, I don't know. I just don't trust people to be chemists. or
Yeah, because
being
fentanyl is like the bad guy right now. It's like the villain right now.
right. And people don't even know how to like aren't doing that properly. There's so many deaths, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. I just think that before people get super excited about it, that they should like, like what is your intention behind it? Because it's honestly like a lot of these things are spiritual. And they were here like tens of thousands of years ago, and they were for spiritual purposes. So I think people shouldn't, just tap into that because, especially because, like, dealing with, I mean, medical field and mental stuff is one thing, but when you start tapping into spirits and trying to get closer to spirits and all that stuff, it's not for everybody. It's not safe, you know?
Well, the chemical ones like LSD, I'm pretty sure those have to be monitored. But like weed and shrooms and ayahuasca, I think that is more obviously natural. And like alcohol and eating, you could have an overabundance and it could be all bad, right? So it's the same thing with weed and mushroom and shrooms.
Yeah, and people don't have much self-control, and people don't look into things. They'll just like be like, "Oh, mushrooms." Oh, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, they're hanging upside down on the roof or I don't know.
Yeah.
Or because like I've heard like even with shrooms, like you might, the walls might do weird things or I don't
But
know.
it's the good things though. But even with me, one of our shows I told you at the end, I was on a substance allegedly,
Allegedly. I was
and
about
I
to
and you didn't notice a dang thing,
Oh, I didn't.
and I was like, I was litty, I was feeling fantastic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was almost worried that I wouldn't be able to pull it off,
It
but I
was like
did.
actually one of our best shows.
Well, okay, that's good. I'll keep doing it
Right.
then.
No, but yeah, I mean that's what I just all these things affect people differently and I just think people should be responsible. Kind of like when they made marijuana legal everywhere in America.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
still can't drive, or you shouldn't drive. It's the same thing with like alcohol,
yeah.
right? Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't drive with one beer in your hand. You should be smoking responsibly.
Right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just because I feel like I'm just older now, but if I was younger, it might be a different situation. But just knowing how,
It was a different situation.
yeah, exactly. And
You
just,
think you're invulnerable. You think you can't die, so you just do
yeah,
whatever you want.
right. You feel very invincible.
Yeah,
But after you've lived, I mean, I've been on Earth almost 45 years now, and it's like you just kind of you hear a lot of stories and a lot of different things, and you just approach things from a different, more wise manner. Even though things are legal, doesn't mean that they are necessarily right for you. And I just say that people should get the information, understand the intentions behind it, and respect what you're doing because psychedelics is, I mean, these natural things are on earth for a reason. And I think it is for healing, a good tool to help you heal.
yeah. But
But
who's ever done? And we could put alcohol in this too. Who's ever first when they first done it did it by themselves? When I smoked, I was with people. When I first drank, when I did shrooms, I was at a festival. When I did first time I did I was at a nightclub rager. I mean, it was just like,
allegedly,
yeah, I'm in a social environment. You know what I'm
right?
saying? Like, I think if you're
No, that's
doing
a
stuff
good
by
point.
yourself, you're probably at a low point or depressed or something, and that's probably not a good thing,
Yeah,
right?
they highly advise against doing like psychedelics by yourself because that's when a lot of the bad things happen. Because you don't, you're there by yourself and you could trip out like super bad. But also, if you're younger though and you are with people, who in that group really had like all the knowledge about what you were doing? Nobody. You know what I mean? Think about that. Because, like, I remember we were young and we were drinking, we were underage drinking. And it was like Mad Dog 2020 and like Boone's Farm and, Strawberry Hill and all these like malt liquors. And it's like, that stuff is terrible for you. But it was cheap, you know? And it's just, I mean, there could have been better alternatives. But nobody knew that. We just thought it was cool. Oh, it tasted good, But it was like actually the worst things for you. But your body's young, so you can handle a lot more. You could tolerate a lot. But still, even then. But I mean, that's how you learn.
Is that
But
girly alcohol? Because I was drinking 40s,
yeah, no, it was.
allegedly.
Right. No, those were the girly drinks. And then I mean, the guys drank those old English 40s, the Miller and the Miller High Lives. Yeah,
The cults.
those were definitely the fellas would be on those. But but I don't know. But I am totally into seeing what this is all about, only because I'm just curious if I have like any mental blocks or some extra healing or I don't know. I want to I don't know. A lot of people have been trying to get me to do psychedelics for a long time and I've just was like never into it. But now that I understand it more, um I could see it being kind of cool. Or not
Yeah,
cool, but helpful in healing. Like I'm gonna respect the substance and understand like its purpose and have reverence for it.
yeah. I just like what my story with ecstasy is, I never wanted to try it because I always heard bad stories. Like the worst one I heard was
The teeth
uh
grinding.
no, no, the this chick did it and she got hives,
Oh,
and then another one overdosed or something. Like her heart started palpitating like quick, like really fast. So I was just like, I wanted to try it, but was scared. And then one day at a club, like my friend just had extras, and he gave me one. And I took it, and it was the best night of my life. One of the best nights of my life. So
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, there's good and bad stories, and I just think it depends on the pill itself or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
yeah. Even with cocaine, like we're in a house party.
Mm,
So the only thing it did for me was made me like talk more, be more social. Like
allegedly.
allegedly.
Damn, this nigga, he been on everything.
Allegedly.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
But it's like,
Allegedly.
everything is in a social environment and it just helps. It helps, it enhances, and I don't know, to me, I don't want to use it as a crutch, but it just makes things better. Like the beat is better, you socializing, you come out of your shell, an introvert becomes an extrovert, you're talking about everything. You will never have any no any conversation, you will never run out of conversation,
Yeah.
basically. You know what I mean?
Because our mind, like I still want to do the show on our brains because our brains are so amazing. And like by doing drugs or whatever, like whatever, psychedelics, hallucinogens, they take away certain blocks in our brain. And it allows you to feel better. It allows you to like be more creative because it's like moving you out of the way and allowing like our true self to come out versus like our conditioned self. Because like all the things that we've gone through have conditioned us to have these different like mental blocks.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Yeah,
You know what I
especially,
mean?
yeah,
Like that's how I understand it. And I'm just like, wow,
that's true. That's true.
that's pretty deep, you
Because with
know?
me, like me being myself on my level, I'll be in the corner at a house party eating chicken or something, being quiet, thinking people need to come up to me. I'm not gonna come up to people because that's just not my stilo. But if I'm on like cocaine or smoking on weed or shrooms or whatever on what's the Molly or whatever, I'm gonna be in the life of the party. I'm gonna be in people's faces. You know what I'm saying? Because my inhibitions are gone.
Right.
That self block that I put on myself,
From being
that
conditioned.
ego
Hmm.
that I put on myself is out the door. I want to talk to everybody. Every like you see somebody with like yellow pants, like the regular me would be like, oh, he got yellow pants. The the lit me would be go over there and ask, well, man, where'd you get those pants from? You know what I mean? In a cool demeanor, not annoying or anything
Right, right, right.
like a
Yeah.
fly or anything. Just like it's just
Just
it,
carefree, like
yeah,
not
especially when you're in a
worried.
house with your peoples too. It's like you should be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should be sort of relaxed. And
Yeah.
some of these drugs that just get you out of the lax and makes you good spirited.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
It's
everybody
great.
needs
I'm an advocate.
clearly of everything. Like
Well,
people,
yeah,
yeah, but like right now in society, a lot of people are suffering from mental illness. And
especially depression.
yeah, and these drugs, the antidepressant drugs, don't necessarily work. They have lots of side effects, and they're finding that psychedelics have like a 67% rate of healing, like after one or two sessions. So that's why people are really like, hey, we have a basically it might be, I don't know if it's a pandemic, but it's definitely an epidemic. There's a lot of people who are depressed or suffer from anxiety. And that's why they're like really supporting this because it's healing people.
Yeah, it saves lives. The only thing that I wouldn't touch, and obviously we're not talking about that, is meth and heroin and crack. Like I've seen
Highly
how
addictive. Yeah.
that affects people, and that's not the kind of high you want. That's like quick high. That's like fast food high. That's like you. That's the unhealthy high. You don't want that. The stuff we're talking about is just like space high. You know what I'm saying? Like Parliament funk high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. No, I can't argue with that. So it's
So
I
what's your
don't
next? So
know.
what you trying next? What's on the list? Allegedly.
Allegedly, I know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I am interested probably in the psilo psilocybins,
Oh wow.
the mushrooms.
Oh yeah. Okay. So okay. But you
Wait,
gonna be by yourself or you gonna be with your folks?
no, I would
With your
definitely,
folies.
yeah, I would definitely be with an expert. Put it like
Oh
that.
really?
Like I would go
If
that
I was
far.
down there, I'd be with you, kid. I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? I got the water ready, got the music pumping, you watch a crazy movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's what they were saying too. Like a lot of I was listening to this one guy. What was his name? I guess he's like the lead researcher on this. Is Dr. Carhart Harris, and
Wow, Carhartt.
I know he's from
Like the jacket.
exactly UCSF, and he
Of course he is.
yeah, he was saying that he uses music in his clinical trials, and he
Oh,
thinks
that's
that it's
perfect.
it's not like music, but it's just sounds and like ambiance, and it like helps usher out the feelings or whatever.
Can you imagine? I haven't even done that. Like putting on a Miles Davis record
Yeah, like something like
on
that.
shrooms.
Yeah.
Bro, dude, hell yeah, bro.
And then something like what I thought, what was kind of like cool to me is that the way they described it is once they get through whatever they experience, then you're like on a new path. But once you're like on this, have this new pathway, you have to create and keep reinforcing that new habit, basically,
When
to stay
I'm
on that path so you
when
don't
I'm on
go back to
psil
your old ways.
when I'm on
Right.
sabbatical, I was working out, I was drawing after that. I was like all over the place, man, in a good way, not like a meth way, just more like a, why am I laying down? Like I'm gonna take advantage of my time and do this, and that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I read some book, you know what I mean? Audio booked and cleaned. It was just it's great.
Yeah, it's so it's interesting and I just hate the fact that I don't know how to explain it, but now that they have research, it's not illegal. People can't go to jail or can't get fined or you know what I mean? It just sucks. Like even what happened with cannabis.
What do you
Like so
mean?
many people went to jail
Oh
just for
yeah,
having
okay.
weed and but now it's about to be legal. You know what I mean? Like, think about how many lives were like ruined based off of drugs that were actually helpful, but people, for whatever reason, were just like, oh, drugs, psychedelics.
But
And
if you went to jail for weed and it became legal in California, they let all those people out, right?
yeah, but I think like in New York, some of those people didn't get out for a long
Oh, right.
time.
So, right. There's still states that
You know what I
it's
mean?
still, yeah,
Yeah. Because I
illegal.
don't even think weed is federal. No, it's not. You can't, it's not federally legal. It's only
Man,
state.
legalize that shit.
So, you know, people
Ain't
out here.
gonna hurt nobody. We just smoking, y'all.
He's happy. Allegedly. Mr. Allegedly over here. That
Dude, I'm
is,
just an advocate, man. I think it helps. I think it saves lives. I think it's I'm just pro advocate on anything that enhances your mind, man. Like
yeah,
there's just so much stuff out there, like from traveling to, making more money to, being on shrooms or ayahuasca or, you know,
yeah.
even some acid is pretty it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say I've never
Allegedly.
allegedly I have never had an addictive personality.
Mhm.
So I've never been hooked on any of these, even alcohol. And now, because alcohol is legal and I can get it, whenever I want. I just never, overindulged in anything like that. Um, I guess I'm lucky in that way. I know some
Yeah,
people who are heavily addicted to weed, and that's that's the lower totem pole drug.
yeah. And people, I remember growing up, they would always say, "Oh, weed isn't addictive." But come on, when guys are smoking, or people in general are just smoking blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt after blunt, that's addictive to me. That's an addictive personality.
Yeah. When I don't even know who you are when you're sober,
Yeah.
I've never seen you sober. Like that's a problem.
Yeah. And then when you smoke so much, you don't even get high anymore. Like that's like our bodies, you gotta give it a rest. Like if I
Yeah, it
don't,
ruins the effect when you
yeah,
do it all the time.
yeah, but people don't realize that. They just, I think it's just an addiction. But I remember they used to say it wasn't addictive. And I'm like, weed is totally addictive.
Yeah. And now that it's legal, well, in California, we have all kinds of weed,
And
and it's a
honest,
beautiful thing.
and now that it is legal, I meant to look into this, but I don't think that more people, just because it's legal, more people are doing it. You know, like
But it's
I don't,
still a $1 billion business, though.
no,
So
absolutely. But you know how people were so concerned, like, oh, all the kids are going to be doing it, da, 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 da. And they might be, I don't know. I wanted to look into that. Maybe I'll look into that right now. So the impact on youth use of cannabis, teenage use has not increased, and in many cases has declined since adult legalization. See, that's the thing. If you have something that people can't get, they want it. But when you give
because
it to
they're
the,
abusing it.
yeah, but then if you give it to them, they don't want it. You know what I mean? Like it's not that big of a deal. It's not like, oh, I have to rebel and go and get it. So that's kind of interesting. So since it's been legalized, teenage use has decreased or has not increased. A US study found adolescent use dropped from 23% in 2011 to 15.8% in 2021 across grades 9 through 12. That's a huge difference, if you ask me. In Colorado and Washington, 8th and 10th graders saw over 20% declines in past month use post legalization. 12th grade use remained stable. Seniors, yeah. National surveys, edibles and accidental ingestion are notable concerns, especially among younger children in households with cannabis. What about different generations? Generation Z, young adults, college age, tends to use cannabis more than millennials, but this is primarily among legal age adults, not teens.
That's probably everything too. Like we probably drunk more when we were in college too. Like I mean, it's just that's just part of college uni life.
Yeah. And then adult usage has increased, especially among higher income educated adults in legal states. And even women aged 19 to 30 are consuming more cannabis than previous generations. Hmm. Why teens aren't using more despite
Billion
legalization?
dollar business.
Stricter retail access controls, increased prevention funding, pandemic impacts, broader youth substance use decline. So, no evidence shows that legalization prompts more teens to use cannabis. In fact, teen use has mostly declined or remained flat. Adult use is up, especially among millennials and Generation Z young adults. However, emerging risks exist, particularly with edibles and access in homes, which have led to accidental consumption. Well, I mean, okay, so the good thing,
Because you got gummies and brownies and they taste good as fuck. It's like you it's a brownie. So or cookie, you're gonna consume more
because
or you want to
people
consume.
don't have the education and they know they should not eat the whole brownie. Like you learn that as you get older.
Well, you learn that once you do it one time.
Yeah, and then you're like high for like 2 days. And then, you know what I mean? So like I mean, yeah, edibles is a different story.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
the
just
worst when you overdose on edibles. That's the
yeah.
worst.
But the big point is that teenagers, it didn't go up by
Yeah,
having it legalized. So that's good. You know, adults are adults. Adults, y'all can make your own decisions, and you're of age to do that.
yeah. Y'all getting drunk and pissing in your pants in the back of the car. So
But it did go up. So I don't know if that's good or
I
bad.
think it's good. It makes it sound like, first of all, there's people who never did anything because it was illegal. So now that it's legal, now they get a chance to try it and they liked it. Then you got the other another portion who is probably depressed and needs something to
Cope,
cope and be high with. You know what I'm saying? So that there's that part.
which isn't necessarily good, but yeah.
Well, that's the part of the depression, right? They're being consoled. They're consoling with the marijuana.
Yeah, and I remember when we was just medicinal and you would go to the little fake doctor or whatever. That was one of the questions they would ask, are you depressed? So if you're depressed, smoking weed is not the greatest thing for you. Maybe try running, maybe try jogging, maybe try exercise. Seriously.
I don't know if you're high. Okay, if you're depressed and
That's weed is not the best thing.
if you're depressed and you're by yourself, maybe not. But if you're depressed and you're with your friends, yes. Because again, it's a social drug.
Yeah, but once that's done and it's over with, then I mean, you'll be still back in that same little rut. But
You'll
now you'll
remember
be
the
hungry,
conversations.
but now you'll be hungry and now that you'll be sleepy and you'll feel worse because you did those things that you don't want to do.
Are you saying by yourself or with your friends?
I'm saying after you've left your friends and
No,
after you
you're if you're
smoked.
with your friends, we're smoking, we're talking, and we're eating, and you go to sleep with a full belly and a full mind, and when we maybe an empty mind because you released all that to us, your friends, right? And then you rest and you come down at ease, right? I think it's
Yeah.
better than drinking all those carbs in your body. I mean,
Yeah,
what's the point of it?
but weed gives you the munchy side effect sometimes as well. And that could, spiral and go out of control. If you overeat, you'll feel terrible, you'll be lazy. So I don't know. I don't know.
I guess it's
Everything, all
different
these
strokes for
things,
different folks.
exactly. And all of these things, I guess my other point is that there's side effects to everything. And soon they'll probably come out with some side effects to psychedelics, some major side effects. Because, like weed, yes, it has healing properties and all that. And even like they say, red wine is good for your heart, but it also, and the tannins in it and all this stuff. But you drink too much of that, it's not going to be good for you.
Right. But if you have a glass of wine with your steak and your rice
Whoa, yeah,
and
but
mushrooms,
now they're saying even just one glass of alcohol is terrible for you and it causes all types of issues. Like alcohol is straight pure sugar and sugar is like causes inflammation. Sugar causes cancers feed on sugar. Like sugar is literally like the worst thing. Like I almost want to be like smoke weed over alcohol if you have to try something.
but wine is not just all sugar. I mean, there's other components in there that is helpful too. Um,
I mean,
it
white
depends on
wine
what
is,
you
yeah,
read.
white wine is probably worse than red wine, but ugh, it's still
I
like,
think in moderation.
yeah, but even I'm just saying, alcohol, like there's new research, like it's not good. Alcohol is not good. They're about to probably put alcohol back in prohibition, and all the other drugs will be legal. It's like weird,
Nah,
like
that'll
the,
never happen.
but they made, I know it's alcohol is such a social drink.
Yeah,
It's such a
it's
social
makes too
thing.
much money.
Yeah, way too much. But it's not good for us. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. It's not. Look at the new research that's come out. It's terrible. Here. Major health authorities now conclude there's no truly safe amount of alcohol. The WHO and the US Surgeon General assert no level of alcohol consumption is safe for our health. Even one glass per day raises the risk for several cancers: breast, liver, colorectal, and oral esophageal. That's such a crazy word. According to, in your esophagus, folks, according to federal health data, what about health benefits of moderate drinking? The concept, for example, the French paradox, is losing credibility. Earlier claims about heart protection from wine are now under intense scrutiny. Even light drinking, 1 to 2 drinks, 4+ times a week, is linked to a 20% increase in early death compared to light or non drinkers. What about brain, heart, and cancer? Brain, alcohol is a neurotoxin. Even moderate use can shrink gray and white matter over time. Heart raises risk of atrial fibrillation and stroke. No consistently protective effect. Cancer. Alcohol is a group 1 carcinogen. For breast, we already said that. Even one drink, boom, we already talked about that. What do picture studies say? Yeah,
Well,
so
then, blood sugar regulation. Studies suggest that red wine may help regulate blood sugar levels, potentially benefiting individuals with higher blood sugar. Antioxidants. Red wine contains antioxidants like resveratrol, which may help protect against cell damage and inflammation. So some heart health. Some research indicates that moderate red wine, sorry, consumption may improve heart health by increasing levels of good cholesterol, HDL, and reducing the risk of blood clots. Blood clot. You
yeah.
said all the bad stuff that I already have, but yeah, I think it depends on the person because that person, it also depends on their eating habits, their exercise habits, their life habits, and sleep habits and everything. as far as that is concerned. But I'm not saying like drink every day. I'm saying like you're not going to eat steak every day. I'm not going to eat certain things every day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even, yeah, definitely don't do it every day. I'll tell you that right now. I
I mean,
mean,
I got Jim Beam in the fridge right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not drinking it every day. I got Jack Daniels on the counter. I'm not drinking it every day, but I'm
man,
gonna drink it
right. But I'm at the point just in my
allegedly. No, just kidding.
I'm just, I don't know. I drink less than I don't drink, put it like that. I don't drink like I might drink once a month now, if that.
For
And
why?
I feel great because when I drink or eat sugar at this point in my life, it gives me inflammation in my joints like immediately. So I don't mess with sugar. And when I don't have any sugar, my joints are like beep 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 beep, hella happy.
So you're just listening to your body.
Mhm.
But why were you drinking more before?
Just because you would go out and you would be out and you would get a drink.
So now when you go out, you just drink water.
Yeah, I don't drink soda. I don't
You don't
drink.
drink no alcohol, no soda, no nothing when you go out.
If
Dang,
I,
you're
if
becoming the
I,
boring one.
yeah, oh yeah, like I mean, I just because now, like where I'm at with my life, I can't just eat or drink anything
My life,
anymore.
my life, my life, my life.
Yeah, I can't because I'll have a reaction in some way, shape, or form, like digestive, or I'll get a headache, or anything like that. Like if I eat, I definitely can't eat fast food. Like my body is so like pure in such a little machine right now. And if I put anything like toxic in it, it'll tell me, why did you do that? It sucks kind of, but I don't know. I feel good.
Sounds like your body is like flushing itself out.
Yeah, like my body is detoxed. Like, so if there's anything, like it heals, like if I do something or something's trying to like my immune system works really quickly and fast because it's detox. Like I fast once a week I put my body in autophagy, um, which is like it repairs your damaged cells. So like
Isn't it autophagy?
yeah, that
Is it autop? What'd you
autophagy,
say? Autophagy?
autophagy,
It's not
AUTOPHAGY,
autophagy? How
autophagy,
you
autophagy.
can we hold on.
Oh, it could be. I don't know.
How you spell
I
autophagy?
always say autophagy, which is probably incorrect, but it's AUTOPHAGY, and it's
Hold on.
awesome.
Yep,
Oh, there we go. Ah.
it's not gonna do it.
I heard it. I heard it say autophagy, autophagy. Well, he
I mean,
sounds.
you could say autophagy if you want, but
No, I wouldn't say what's
I
correct.
just had to correct myself. I was like, am I saying it wrong this whole time?
Autophagy, autophagy. But he's English. Your chat is English. Let me ask my lady.
No, I asked Google.
Oh, how do I say autophagy or autophagy?
Why are you saying it? Spell
You can
it
say
so
it either way, but the most common pronunciation is autophagy.
Autophagy.
Some people say autophagy, so both are correct and understandable.
Thanks. Thanks, BZ.
yeah, but what? Okay.
Autophagy. I'm gonna say it the correct way. Or I don't know. Autophagy.
Just say autophagy sounds ghetto. Like you
Autophagy is not even right.
that's like the third grade pronunciation.
Oh,
My mom says she autophagies.
yeah. Well, that's what I do, everyone. I put my body in what is it?
Autophagy.
Autophagy.
And how has that helped you?
It's detox my body. I detox weekly.
And how do you feel after?
I feel light. I feel great. I feel pure.
And what the last day, what do you do after when it's over?
The next day, well, after like I'm up to like 41 hours of fasting. So the next day, I just have my smoothie and then like salads and, just, and then I'll have maybe like a chicken breast and some veggies. And then the next day after that, I could eat a little bit more, but you're not hungry. Like you're not when you come off of a fast, I feel like it's a good weekly reset for my body. And I don't know, I just feel good. I feel strong and I don't overeat. It doesn't allow me to overeat because your like stomach shrinks and all that. So it's pretty awesome. Our bodies are amazing machines if we keep toxins out of it. But
Yeah,
it's hard work. I mean, it's a sacrifice. Like, I don't know.
you're just destroying the toxic habits that humans usually develop when we have overabundance of things. We have fast food, which is cheap. Most of us aren't cooking all the time, so we're not in groceries. We're like getting the TV dinners and hitting the local burrito place or the whatever Jack in the Box down the street because we're working, 8 hours a day or whatever, and that hinders the body. So some of us got kids, so it's like work. You eat, and then at work you're eating bad because you need something just to fill up so you don't fall asleep, or if you don't feel uncomfortable at work for 8 hours. Then you get off and
Yeah,
you either
exactly.
too tired to work or you got kids and you got to take care of the kids, whatever, and pick them up or whatever, take them home and then do the help them homework and playtime and all that shit. Or if you know kids, it's like you're just tired from work. You know what I'm saying? And who knows you know what you do. You might go to dinner after, where you might go to a diner or hit a McDonald's or In and Out or something, or just go straight home and watch Real Housewives with some wine and a TV dinner because you're too tired to cook. And
Yeah.
then that's more fat, more sugar, more unnecessary carbs. You know what I'm saying? Like those calories, every TV
And
dinner is like
preservatives.
over 1,000 calories.
Yeah, and they have preservatives and a bunch of junk that's in them that's not good for you. So, and which also causes inflammation in your body.
Which can cause uh, cancer.
Pain, arthritis, everything. Brain fog, fatigue.
That's why I advocate for edibles, because if you do an edible, you're eating something, you get high, you vibe out, you chill out, and you usually just go to sleep afterwards. So there's no eating. You already ate.
Yeah, but then the next morning you probably have hella munchies. But like I said, everybody's totally different how how it affects them.
In the morning for me, it's always coffee. Just no munchies. Just a regular day. Maybe at 9 I'll get hungry, peckish.
Yeah. But the thing with cannabis for me right now is that it gets rid of messes with your
Forehead.
memory
Oh, you remember.
and brain fog.
Like I say, dent your forehead.
Oh yeah. But
Wait, for you, it gives you brain fog? Okay.
it does. So I don't like it anymore. Like I want to smoke and it get like the next morning I'll have mucus. Like I'll never have congestion. Like for a long time I was having like congestion and like mucus like in the mornings. And I'm like, what is that? And then one day I stopped smoking and I didn't have any congestion for months. And so now, and then the other day I did smoke a little bit and that mucus and congestion came right back. Because the smoke is in your respiratory tract and all the cilia or whatever it's called in there is trying to fight off the smoke and that's in your respiratory tract. And so that mucus is actually like cleansing you out. So it's like a reaction in your body. Like our bodies are amazing. Like they fight off so many things and like smoke. So that's why I do say if you want to do cannabis, edibles are probably better than smoking, even though smoking's more fun.
I'll do both because, well, I'll say with edibles, it gets into your system faster, obviously. But yeah, smoking is more fun.
Nah, smoking's
But I'll do
fun.
both. Just do both.
Or ride your bike.
Or do both. Smoke and ride your bike.
That's fun, actually. But
Especially in this fall, because the leaves, trees.
yay, yay. So, well, cool. Well, that's our show on psychedelics
So
and
yeah, free your mind and the rest will follow.
mm, 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 mm. Yes, sir.
I say for conclusions, just try at least once. You know, supervised or not. If you're not supervised, maybe do a small dose. When you're supervised, just go balls out.
That's Mr. Allegedly over there. How would he know? He allegedly would know. But
You only live
anyway,
once, YOLO.
yeah, but I don't know. You don't have to do everything.
Do everything.
Some things you could just learn from experiences of others.
You gotta do everything.
Uh, anyways. Cool. Well, thank you for listening. Make sure to, excuse me, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, Instagram, TikTok, Non-Perishable Goods Podcast. We're there. See you there. Don't be square like me.
Do everything.
Be like Mr. Allegedly.
Do everything.
Okay, bye.